What's up, it's Jesse. I hope y'all having a nice day. As you can see by today's title, can you burn fat and build muscle at the same time? Now, before we go into that subject and that topic, please hit the like and subscribe button down below and go check out my TikTok and my Instagram. I would really appreciate it, and it would help me get more content out to you guys. Now, we have to understand calories. Calories is huge and important, but what we don't want to worry about is the calories per meal. We should only be worried about total daily calorie intake, okay? Because the number one thing to build muscle and burn fat is understanding your calorie deficit. What is the calorie deficit? Your deficit will be anything below your calorie maintenance. You can't know your deficit number without your maintenance number. Being in a caloric deficit is the only way to lose fat. If you are not in a caloric deficit, you cannot burn fat. It's literally impossible. It's either you're in your maintenance with your calories, you're in a caloric deficit or you're in a caloric surplus. Surplus means you're probably gaining more fat or you're just gaining more versus being in a deficit, it's less. You have to still go to the gym, right? Now that you understand that, hey, I have to be in a deficit in order to lose fat. Well, how do I build my muscle? Well, one, you have to go to the gym, right? We do this through resistance training, or another word for this is weight training. If you are not constantly trying to adapt your muscular structure, you won't be able to build muscle. It's literally impossible. That means each week you go into the gym, more weight needs to go into the bar. That's called progressive overloading. That's the only way to get stronger. That is the only way to build muscle. You cannot use the same weight each week and expect different results. That's practically insanity. Doing the same thing over again and expecting different results. You must always be progressively overloading. Now that you have your deficit number and you know how many calories you can consume in a day, and you know how to build muscle through progressively overloading, the ultimate question is, can you actually build muscle and lose fat at the same time? And the answer is yes. And you can do this by understanding your macros. Understanding what food is made up of and knowing your macro ratios is key. Now, I made a video specifically about understanding macros. I'm going to put that up there right on the screen right now. The number one thing you must do when being in a caloric deficit is have adequate protein intake. See, where people go wrong is when they start trying to build muscle and lose fat, they don't understand that the only way to build muscle is to actually have adequate protein. Without your protein, you cannot build any muscle. I've already described this in my video, but I'll give you more of an example here. So for every pound of lean body mass, you need to at least have 1 gram of protein. I weigh around 156 to 160 pounds, just depending on the day. So that means I need at least 156 to 160 grams of protein. That is basically my minimum. That is my minimum of how much protein you should have each and every day. Protein is literally the most important part of building muscle. Without it, you can't build muscle. So you have to make sure you are hitting your protein intake every single day. Without adequate protein intake, you cannot build muscle and lose fat at the same time. So really the question is, how do you actually build your muscle and lose fat at the same time? By being in a caloric deficit and actually hitting your adequate protein. That is the best way to do it. Now, before we end off this video, we need to understand the mindset of this thing. All right. It is not easy. The hard part isn't even the gym. It's what we do in the kitchen. It's the eating portion. It's being in that deficit. It's being able to stay consistent with eating the same stuff, making sure we hit our daily intake goals. It literally takes focus, commitment, and dedication. Now, I can go to the gym 6 times a week, but the moment I have to start actually implementing these things, and when it comes to food, was by far more difficult than the gym itself. All right, because you actually have to start planning out your meals, seeing what foods work best for you, what foods do you like, what foods actually fit into your total daily calories. Like I can't have a whole pack of Oreos because now that's messed up my whole total daily calories. And those are empty calories too. So are the foods you're eating, are they empty calories? Or are they calories that will fill you up? Like go eat some broccoli. Those will help fill you up. Go eat some strawberries. It gives you that satiety feeling. Now, before going on this journey, understand you will have days where you want to stop. You will have resistance from your mind. You will have moments where your mind is like, yo, I want those Talkies. I'm finna eat those Talkies, right? Like you will have days where your goals are like being threatened, right? This is when you have to dig deep and use your willpower. You can't let the temptations pull you away from your goal. The only way to complete your goal is to stay focused, committed, and dedicated. Hey, that's all I have to say for today's video. I hope you understood. If you guys want more videos like these, please put that in the comment box down below. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I would really appreciate it. It would help me with the feedback from you guys, and I can put out more content that you would like to see. But my name is Jesse. I'm out.